What an incredible story of courage. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, in the face of intense persecution, refused to bow to the statue created by King Nebuchadnezzar, knowing full well it would mean that they would face certain death in that fiery furnace. Now, I think the most reassuring and amazing miracle in this story is that while God didn't keep them from the fire, he went into the fire with them. King Nebuchadnezzar sees 4 people in the furnace instead of 3. He himself recognized that God was with them in the furnace. And then our 3 friends walk out completely unharmed. Let's just not forget that God promises to always be with us. He may not remove our trial or fire, but he will be with us every step of the way. The question I've asked myself, I think every time I've read this story or heard it told as a kid was this: what would I do in a similar situation? What would I do if I was told I had 2 options, okay? Bow down to the statue or face the fiery furnace? I hope I would have the courage of these 3, but I don't know. And while I think that's a good question, it's doubtful many of us will ever face a life or death choice quite that intense. But I would suggest that we do face life and death choices every day, maybe many times every day. Jesus said he came to give us life, right? Life to the full. And for these 3 men, life to the full was life wholly dedicated to the one true God. There was nothing that would stand between them and following God, even the fires of that furnace. And so, I think the better question for us is this: what life and death choices will I make today? What decisions will I make today that will determine my true loyalty? It might be a choice whether or not to extend grace to a friend, coworker, or neighbor. It might be a choice as to whether or not I'm going to be generous to some person or some cause when I'm confronted with a particular need. It might be a choice to say no to temptation or no to something or someone I know is not drawing me closer to Jesus. It might be a choice to be a peacemaker rather than stoke the fires of conflict and division. It might be the choice to stand up for someone or some people whom I know are being oppressed or marginalized in some particular way. We may not face a test that literally costs us our life in the moment, but I would say every day we make life and death choices. For Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, choosing life was to choose death, the furnace. But in choosing to face death, they found life. Jesus said, whoever wants to save their life will lose it, right? But whoever loses their life for me will find it. Will you choose life? Author John Maxwell says, life is a matter of choices, and every choice you make makes you. And let's not forget, when we're making these life and death choices today, our God promises to always be with us, just like he was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He may not make the trial or tough choice go away. It may still be hard, even painfully difficult, but he will always be there. Jesus said, I am always with you. How's that for some hope? I hope you have a really good day.